Barone.
And I'm Mark Malone.
And it's time to wake up with Rhinebeck Bank.
And I'm very nervous today, Michelle.
Why?
Because it's the day before Valentine's Day. I have nothing planned yet.
Really?
And there's always a lot of stress on men the day before Valentine's Day.
Well, we have to have some stress too because we also get our partners gifts as well.
And I think that's important, but it's less important for us to receive something.
I tend to agree with that. You know, if I don't have something from my husband, I might be a little upset. I do love Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day can get a little expensive.
It can, but you know what? I have some tips on how you can save Valentine's Day by doing Valentine's Day on a budget.
Let's talk about it.
First thing you can do is enjoy local entertainment. Instead of going to the city to a show or doing something big, you could do something right here in your own hometown.
I think that's a great idea, and a place like Clove Creek Dinner Theater is probably a wonderful place to check out.
Yeah. There's a lot of live music venues. Mahoney's is a good one. Take your loved one out there. It's a lot less expensive than spending money.
Certainly less expensive than getting on the train, going to the city. Sure,
Exactly.
That's a great tip.
Another tip is making it about the morning. Set the tone for the whole day. Breakfast in bed.
Breakfast in bed, see, that's an interesting one. You know, do you actually like breakfast in bed?
I love breakfast in bed. First of all, it puts you in a romantic mood, and it's something that is extremely thoughtful. You know, it doesn't really cost anything. I mean, you're already going to eat breakfast.
It's funny, I wonder if my wife, I think she'd be worried about crumbs in the bed.
Really? You have to get like a certain tray.
Okay, so there's a special tray involved.
Yeah, you get a
All right,
tray.
so make sure you get the special tray, guys.
Another tip on saving Valentine's Day, because saving for Valentine's Day or keeping Valentine's Day on a budget, is creating your own at-home movie theater. Instead of going to the movies, stay home, make it a cozy night.
See, I love that idea. You get the snacks, the popcorn, pick out a great movie.
Yes, and you know what? If you do it all beforehand and have it planned for your wife or your husband, they'll love you even more.
All right, that one I like that one.
I like that too. Another thing you can do is cook at home. I mean, who doesn't love to say, okay, you know what? Let's get a sitter, or let's send the children to our in-laws. Okay, or my mother's house, and let's actually cook together at home and spend the night together cooking and then enjoying it.
See, I love to cook, but you know what else I'd have to do is clean after I cook.
I know.
You'd have to do the whole thing. So that's a good, you know, because I cook a lot, but I don't clean a lot. So that's going to be important for me to do.
Well, you can clean the next day if you want to.
So what is Michelle's perfect dinner in this scenario?
My dinner? I like chicken cutlets.
Oh, me too.
Anything Italian, and you know, like a healthy meal with some greens and things like that, and some tea at the end. And dessert, I need chocolate. Any type of chocolate I'm in.
So dessert is important.
Yes, I mean, a chocolate's a must-have for Valentine's Day, let's face it.
Chicken cutlets aren't that difficult.
No, they're easy. And it's a nice thing to make together because, I mean, you can't really mess up a chicken cutlet, so. You know what else you could do is make it sentimental. Don't focus on the expensive gifts, you know, saying something thoughtful, a nice greeting card, really something romantic. You don't have to buy anything specifically, but putting the thought into the gift is what really counts.
That's really some great ideas,
Yeah.
and a lot of things that you can just do right at home.
Absolutely. Most important thing to me and women, I know out there you're going to love this, spend time together. That is the most important thing in a relationship, especially time with the two of you. And that you can definitely do on a budget.
Great tips, Michelle. And the one thing we forgot to talk about, Michelle, and it's right here in front of us.
Yes.
Flowers. I know I would not come home on Valentine's Day without flowers.
And you know what? That is really good advice to others. So we do have the floral expert here with us today from Floral Fantasies by Sara, Jessica Mino. Let's bring her out. Come on, Jessica. Come on down. Thank you so much for coming.
Have a seat.
These arrangements are stunning.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Tell us about them. What do we have here?
So basically we have two separate kinds of small arrangements here. We have the hydrangea, the roses, which is a typical thing that people who don't really want to do dozen roses do something similar to this or even that one, including some orchids. Beautiful. And then of course we have two big, huge display items that it's not typical for everyone to get, but it's still awesome.
I was going to say, if you come home with something like this,
You'll be on the A-list forever.
you'll be on the A list. So when somebody comes into the shop up there in Rhinebeck, and you guys have been there for, what, 17 years now?
Correct.
17 years now. That's a long time, and right in our stomping grounds. How do you guide somebody along the lines of trying to figure out what's a good gift to bring home?
Well, we basically start with the budget, obviously, and also like what else they're bringing. If they're bringing chocolates, if they're bringing like other little side gifts, then it's nice to bring something smaller flowers. Or if that's going to be your main thing, go all out on the flower.
Make it a big deal.
Yeah.
Interesting. And these are 3 dozen roses, you said?
Yes.
Wow, it's unbelievable. I don't think I have a vase that could hold that, so I don't know if I could.
Well, so I'm sure you guys can provide the vase too, right?
Of course.
So tell us about Floral Fantasies. 17 years, right in Rhinebeck. What do you guys specialize in?
We used to do that every day. Now we just do special events, weddings, and holidays.
Very interesting.
Our main thing now.
What's another busy holiday other than Valentine's Day?
Thanksgiving.
Really?
Yeah.
Surprising.
A lot of people do centerpieces and stuff. Doing a little bit of the decor for the Christmas.
That's really interesting. I would never think Thanksgiving, would you?
I would never think Thanksgiving at all, but that's good to know. I mean, and certainly weddings. So you said you do quite a few weddings. That's got to be a challenge.
It is. I mean, it's the Hudson Valley. Everyone wants to get married here now, so
Exactly. That's a good
can't
point.
beat it.
How much does a typical centerpiece like this or piece like this cost?
Something similar to this will start around like this $55 to like $75 range, depending on the season, depending on the month, and stuff like that. Because of course, flowers do tend to change on pricing.
And what about roses? Things like Valentine's Day, obviously they go way up, right?
Even for you.
Exactly. And every year we don't know what per rose is going to be until the year comes. It depends on the growers because they come from all over. They come from Holland, Ecuador, Colombia, California. So we get roses from all over the world. So it really depends on
Where it comes from. But guys, I'll tell you right now, it doesn't matter what they cost. Make sure you're bringing home roses on Valentine's.
That's right. And visit Floral Fantasies by Sara because Jessica can help you pick out something beautiful. Do you have a catalog or how do you help men pick out things for their women?
trust. Just normally with like our clientele, it's all local people that we've dealt with throughout the years, so we already know their significant other and what their styles, what they like. So it's basically a recommendation, and we have a different little twist and style on our flowers, so people love it.
That is awesome. And where exactly are you located in Rhinebeck?
And Astor Square Plaza.
Okay.
So right in there, haven't moved since day one.
That's unbelievable.
And where can we find you online?
Anywhere, basically. We have a website, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, all that good stuff. And then, of course, all the wedding blogs that they have out there and websites, not Wedding Wire.
Yes.
All that stuff.
We've heard a lot of great things about Floral Fantasies, so thank you for joining us, and these arrangements are stunning. Get your significant other something wonderful for Valentine's Day, and feel free to do it on a budget.
A lot of really great tips today, and our guest Jessica, fantastic information about flowers and why we need to make sure we bring them home.
I didn't realize they came from all over the world like that. That's unbelievable.
I'm surprised they can travel that far,
I
but it's
know.
good to know.
And still be so beautiful. But visit Floral Fantasies by Sara. Fantastic shop right in the heart of Rhinebeck. And you can visit us again next Monday on wakeuprhinebeck.com at 8 a.m.
We'll see you then.
Bye.
Happy Valentine's Day.